Valley Club, don't get scammed and fall for some of the traps in the Snow Globe store. There are some pretty good things in there right now, but some of the big ticket items, they're not for everybody. We'll discuss the best ways for most players to be using their Snow Globes, and yet again, another team reworked before they're even released. This time, the absolute A-Force was absolutely killing it in war, so they got nerfed a little bit. We're gonna talk about some of the changes to this team and some of the compensation coming for you, Commanders. And if you're ready for all of that and more, then you need to do Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you're having a great holiday season. We got some compensation, we got some reworks, and we got some potential scams that we're discussing in this video. And if you do get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Marvel Strike Force video goes up. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos every single week on the channel. We'll start this video with 3 brand new announcements. The first came yesterday at 3:12 p.m. from Pathfinder. After internal testing, we've made the following change regarding Kahhori's basic ability. Her basic ability can no longer be assisted. Now, a lot of the good things on her basic is still gonna be there, right? It's still gonna have the big attack, piercing damage, drain. She's gonna get 5% of the target's max health and even more damage if the character is a minion. Still gonna flip the 2 positive effects into negative effects on the primary target. If the target is exposed, apply blind. If it has no positive effects, apply expose. This is the big one, and this is more for that pairing with Miss Marvel, the classic version of Carol Danvers. Applying 1 charge, so maximum of 3 to the chargeable absolute A-Force ally with the most health. That will allow you to use Kahhori and Miss Marvel classic outside of war, outside of this absolute A-Force. That is the important thing. The important thing is still there with Kahhori. Also prolong the duration of positive effects on this character by 1 up to a maximum of 2. And when forced to attack an ally, this character deals less damage, does not flip positive effects, does not apply any negative effects, and does not apply exposed to an absolute A-Force. Characters cannot be blocked. So the text line will be added. The basic ability can no longer be assisted, and that's mainly going to affect the Striker Skirmisher ISO 8 class relationship. And some compensation is on the way for you, Commanders. What it says here, another message from Pathfinder today, which was yesterday. The Shadow Orb fragments were missing for a short period of time. That was from the 5 Rings event. Should have been rewarding Shadow Orb fragments from the campaign notes. However, for about the first hour of the event, wasn't rewarding those. So what it says, players will be compensated Shadow Orb fragments that would have been earned during this time that they were missing. The Orb fragments will be back at 2 p.m. So it was down for about an hour, did get replaced by the campaign notes that did have Shadow Orb fragments. So if you did spend campaign energy in that first hour, hopefully it's a 1-to-1 conversion, especially for those people that saved up a bunch of energy for this to launch. And when it launched, there's no Shadow Orb fragments there. Now, this is not the main scoring for the event, so it shouldn't affect the event scoring too much, but yeah, missing out on the Shadow Orbs is a pretty good orb. Got some good character shards in there, so hopefully everybody gets compensated and made whole with any mess ups that they had with the Shadow Orb fragments. And last but not least, another change to another A-Force character. This just announced about an hour ago, Commanders. There is a change that will be made for Miss Marvel Classic and her passive ability. The change is bolded below. So what it says on the passive, when this character is attacked, if this character has charge and does not have 2 or more exhaust, so it's kind of like that Black Knight effect. So after not 1 exhaust, 2 exhausted, it's not going to work anymore, but it's going to heal self for heal self and all absolute A-Force allies for 10% of his character's max health, flipping 2 bleeds, lose 1 charge. I guess in the testing, that move was so strong that it was removed. So yeah, I guess you could still do it, but if you do have 2 exhausteds, this move won't work. And when looking at this at its surface, I guess this does make sense. Some of these characters with these updated stats have larger health pools, and if they're all healing for 10% of the Miss Marvel Classic's max health, well, once she's built up pretty big, that should be some big healing for the team. So I guess this was necessary, but I wish they would have tested this before. But the good thing, like the reworked Kahhori, it was announced before both of these characters were sold, so they're not changing anything after the fact. This is all done before the fact, and I like that. Let's talk about the Snow Globe store and see how it compares to some of the other stores, with some of the more recent stores like the Turkey store and the Candy store. And there's a lot of similarities here. You have some gear that you could buy, which is great. Now in the Candy store, the Turkey store, we didn't have anything below all this gear, but some of the previous stores we've had, we were able to get some of this currency, this store currency buy gold, buy training mats, not in the more recent stores, but some of the previous stores we've had that stuff. We don't have that this time, but we do have some orange gear, we have some teal gear, and if you are chasing a dark dimension, which requires either orange or teal, there's some good stuff, a really good catch-up mechanic. The prices for this stuff is pretty good. We have some character shards. Unfortunately, it's all character shards, so if you're looking to stock up on some more character shards that are unfarmable, probably not gonna find it here. There may be a few characters here that I haven't seen yet that may be unfarmable, but all I've seen so far is farmable characters. We're gonna talk about the orb because it may be the selection of the characters that are in the orb there. We also have some crimson gear here, and if you're chasing Dark Dimension 7 still, this will help you get Mephisto a little faster. We have some Awaken abilities here as well. Doctor Strange's Awaken passive material, Moondragon's Awaken passive material, Ares Awaken ability material as well for his special. All this stuff, if you did not get that in any of the previous stores, like the turkey store or the candy store, you may want to stock up on some of these. But remember, a lot of these abilities, especially for these Astral Team, is just going to be for war. Now, the big ticket items are at the top. So the snow globes, let's talk about them. You can get some of these. It is 3 million for 50,000 of these snow globes. This is a screenshot from one of my alliance mates here. This is the normal cost for that. Now, it does appear that it's a lot more expensive, but if we look at the turkey store, it is 10,000 turkeys for 600,000 gold. So if you multiply that by 5, that is exactly the same amount. 50,000 of these snow globes, 3 million gold. So it costs the same amount, just buying it in larger quantities. And I guess that's a good thing because you don't have to refresh the store as much. If you have the gold, you could just get more of these snow globes. So I do think this is a good change. The big thing here is this Gladiator. We'll talk about this Astral Force because I think that is a grand prize. But right now we have Gladiator in this spot here. I did have Man-Thing, his red star orbs previously. Kahhori I've seen there, and as of me recording this, Kahhori is not still out yet. By the time you're watching this video, Kahhori may be out, but if you're watching this before Kahhori is out, make sure you do not buy any of the red stars for Kahhori in this because she's a normal character, not a dark character, which means that you'll be able to open red star orbs at the increased 25% drop rate for Kahhori. Would not all get any red stars, especially with these snow globes, because you may be running out of snow globes towards the end and wanting those 400 snow globes that you may have spent for some red stars for a character. You may want those back. So not a great deal for these red stars. Don't buy any of those. Use your normal credits on them, your normal promotion credits on them. But let's go into the game and talk about the other selection of characters that are in this slot here. There is an orb that you could buy with a lot of these credits here, and if we look at what the orb costs, 250,000 snow globes, aka 15 million gold for this diamond orb. And let's check out the contents here, because we have some silver diamond credits on the left and right pillars. In the center is all the selection of characters that is going to be on that far left spot in the snow globe store. So we have more recent characters, some pretty good characters, some characters of 2024. The thing about all these characters, every single one of them, even the Annihilators and the Orcus team, the Night Stalkers, they're all normal characters. They're not dark characters. So to promote them will be silver promotion credits, gold promotion credits, silver diamond credits to get their diamonds up, not dark promotion credits, not dark diamond credits. So these are not as in short supply for myself. I know I get a lot of those silver diamond credits, but not a lot of those dark diamond credits. And the dark diamond credit cost to upgrade characters a lot more expensive. So yeah, while these characters are good and I wouldn't shy away from any of these orbs, I probably wouldn't be purchasing any of these orbs unless you have like a lot of these snow globes and not sure what to do with it. But you can use it on this last thing here, this Astral Force. And this is used for that Shadow King milestones to get some red stars for Shadow King. We go in and see what it takes to get more red stars on Shadow King. Well, you do have some in the milestones. You do have some that you get in the Shadow King milestones, and depending where you're placed, you may be getting those red stars for free or the astral energy for free. As far as the ranking rewards for Shadow King, you get some of this Astral Force 5,000 above. So if you are 1,000 and above, well, that is a free 4-star Shadow King. Anything lower than that, so the top 5,000 to 1,000, well, you're not going to get that 4-star. You will have to make it up with some Astral Force from the Snow Globe store. If you're placing above top 1000, well, you may not need as much of this Astral Force. So as you can see, I did buy 2 Astral Force already. Now to get to that 4th star, you would need 80 more of the Astral Force, which if you bought that just with snow globes, 800,000 snow globes. If you look at the conversion rate, it is 100,000 snow globes for 10 Astral Force. I've also seen 2 Astral Force be sold for 20,000 of that snow globes. So pretty expensive, but for some people, it's gonna be worth it. For myself, I am shooting for this red star for Shadow King. Probably not for the 6th and 7th red star because they're pretty expensive, but maybe with this 4th, maybe with this 5th as well. Now, if you want that 5th red star for Shadow King and you're starting from just all of the milestone rewards, none of the rank rewards, you need 240 more Astral Force to get that 5th red star. That is 2.4 million snow globes. If you want to get to that 6th star, 480 more Astral Force is needed. That is a conversion rate of 4.8 million snow globes. And if you want that 7th red star, 720 of that Astral Force, which is 7.2 million snow globes. That's assuming that you're getting none of the Astral Force from any other means, none from the rank rewards. And they're probably gonna sell some of the Astral Force to get some red stars for Shadow King. That's assuming that you buy none of them. Now, if you buy all these snow globes with gold, now there are some milestones, you're gonna get some free claims, but assuming you're getting all with gold, 432 million gold to get 7 red stars for Shadow King if you're just using gold and you didn't place very high on the ranking rewards for this event. So pretty expensive. And like I said, there are some snow globes in some milestone rewards. We're probably getting some free claims, other means, maybe some other like calendars or things like that. But you can purchase these snow globes with gold in the store. And if you just want some of these for free, you may want to just spend the gold during this gold spending event. That'll reduce the amount of gold that you have to spend for these snow globes. And if you're doing it for this event, you could potentially get some ranking rewards, some other good stuff. So based on those numbers, you may or may not want to be purchasing any of this Astral Force for the Shadow King red stars. Remember, if you get part of the way to a milestone, but not all the way there, well, you don't get anything for that. So just make sure that if you are going to be pushing for these red stars for Shadow King, you have enough of these calculations to make sure you get all the way to the milestone and not part of the way to the milestone, because that'll suck if you're just missing a few of these Astral Forces and don't get those milestones. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this store compared to the Turkey store. Looks like the cost for a lot of the stuff is very similar. The big thing about the Turkey store is this Mephisto red star orb, in my opinion. Still, if you did open this and get at least a 6th red star for Mephisto, that's where I would be happy to stop. But this is the grand prize here, and the difference between this Mephisto red star orb and the orb that's in this snow globe store is Mephisto is a dark character. He takes dark diamond credits, he takes dark promo credits, so that cost is a lot more justified, whereas these normal characters, not as much justification for that, in my opinion. So keep all that in mind when making your purchase in the snow globe store. If you have no interest in this Astral Force, I would probably not be purchasing any of these snow globes, and I'd probably just be purchasing this orb and hopefully get lucky in there. Unless you need some of this crimson gear, then I'll be purchasing that stuff or whatever type of gear that you need for whatever dark dimension you're chasing. So those are what I think would be the best purchases. If you want to get a 3 diamond character, it does take 1 million snow globes. And if you're purchasing all these snow globes with just gold, not counting any that you're getting from the milestones, does cost a lot of gold for that. And for that 3 diamond gladiator, 60 million gold, or any of these other diamond characters, 3 diamond characters, 1 million snow globes, 60 million gold. So keep that in mind if you want to purchase them. I'm not going to purchase any of these characters. I'm going to use all of my snow globes just for this Astral Force and hopefully get enough for a Shadow King's red star. Probably going to stop at 5 though. Probably not going to go all the way to 6 and 7 just because I don't want to spend all that gold. But let me know what you're going to do in the comments. We'll be adding the path to Kahhori orbs to the win and loss records for war. Ancient One Astral Orbs will remain in the win-loss rewards until replaced by the Path to Miss Marvel Classic Orbs on December 16th. So get a little extra value from War right now, and hopefully you get lucky and get a big Kahhori 100 jackpot. So let me know what you're going to do with the Snow Globe store. Are you going to try to get more astral energy for some Shadow King red stars like I am? Are you going to purchase some gear for one of your characters, build them up, or maybe some character shards for some of the older characters already farmable? Or are you just gonna save all your snow globes and just buy that best of 2024 diamond orb whenever you have enough snow globes? Try your luck at it, and if you don't get lucky, then whatever. Let me know what you're gonna do. And if you did get some value from this video, leave it a like. And if you want to see what are the 10 best characters in Marvel Strike Force, excluding the mythics and excluding the epics, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great holidays. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.